And I could tell in their eyes, we weren't going to quit. I could just see it in their eyes. And we knew offensively we had a good enough lineup to come back into the game, get into the game. I didn't know we'd get in that quick. We got that 4 runs right away in the second inning. I knew at that point, we were going to give them a battle. Because they're a good program, great program. And so proud of my kids, really, for that comeback. And they just kept swinging the sticks. At this point in the season, not everybody has the freshest pitching. We all know that. It's just whoever can survive. It's what it is when you're playing 2 games in a row, 3rd game in 5-6 days. It's hard. And kids just kept swinging the bats.
Let's talk about the pitching. Obviously, Jack, tough outing for him, but the rest of the staff.
Yeah, it was tough for Jack. But you know something? I think you guys know that Jack would have got out of that inning unscathed with no runs, but we dropped a 2-out throw, which is dead on. A great throw by our catcher, Joey Friday. That happens. It's high school baseball, but Jack would have been out of that inning. I really think, it would have made a big difference for him, obviously, for any pitcher, to get out of that inning with no runs on a great throw by Joe. But it is what it is, and we had to, fight back from that, and Jack will be back. He's a young kid. He's only a sophomore, and he handled it really well, and it's hard for him, I know, to come out that early, but the rest of the kids picked him up. Josh Munson, a junior, coming in like that and giving us a couple of innings. That was, I thought, the biggest part of the game was that Munson was able to come in. Even though he gave up a run or 2 runs, whatever it may have been, he came in and steadied things down a little bit for a few innings and let us get to Brumel and Medeiros. Brumel's been lights out anyway for the last few weeks. He's been giving us so many great innings in the middle innings. Even last night he went 3. And then Medeiros has just come off being out all year, about 2 weeks ago, medically cleared. So he's a senior who we had been counting on this year, and you saw, he can throw the ball, and it's kind of what we hoped, that Cody would be able to come in and give us another inning or 2 to finish it up. So we're hanging in there. That's a class program. Billy Tompkins is a class coach, and that's a really classy, great program. And for us to, first time we beat Walpole, they knocked us out in the Final Four, the same setting, back in 2010, the last time that we were here. So it was actually 2009, 4 years ago. So it was a little bit of a rematch for us. And anytime you beat a Walpole team, that's a great accomplishment. But offensively, I knew we had the offense to get back into the game. I just didn't think it would be that quick. I think that 4 runs to answer, and then Munson to give us the steadying innings. I know, maybe people don't realize that, but to me, Munson's effort to come in like that, give us those few innings. Like if I had to come in with Brumel and Medeiros a lot sooner, I think we would have, been in a lot of trouble. So he was a big key. He really was. Can't stress enough.
You alluded to it, but the 4 in the second after they come out with the 6,
and then we come right up and score. It was huge.
They come right back.
If we don't score any runs, or maybe only 1 run, you're still kind of down, Yeah. And I think you could see it. Everybody, we just picked up immediately getting those 4 runs. It could have even been more. Mm-hmm. They did a nice job to keep it at 4, and I could sense that the surge was coming. It took a few more innings, and then we got the 6 in the 5th. The kids can swing the bats. They've been doing it all year. We always stress pitching and defense, but when you get to these rounds with good teams, 13-9, it's hard for the pitching because you're throwing so many innings. And I love the 9-inning games. I do. Believe me, I love them. But you're throwing so many innings against quality hitting. It's not easy to keep teams down. It's not easy. You see the scores start to come up a little bit, in all the games now at this point. So I'm happy, believe me, ecstatic that, the way sometimes the way it went is better sometimes to see that and win that way, coming from behind.
I don't know if you already asked this, but what was your message at the end of the first inning to your club to come back?
Well, I called everybody up and I said, we got a long way to go and let's regroup. We have a good enough offense to recover from this, and guys, I know you have a lot of character. It was a character issue. Let's hang in there and just keep battling. Like I said, I didn't expect 4 right away, but that was basically the message, just to settle them down and steady them down and try to get the kids, to refocus and realize it's only the second inning coming up,
Didn't seem like